Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you some through the wall nanoswarm placements on Icebox. All these spots will damage enemies on the other side of a wall, either forcing them to move out of their position or stop a push. And as the nanoswarms are placed on the other side of a wall, it's pretty much impossible for them to be destroyed, even if the enemies do hear them. The first spot we're going to be looking at is for defenders at the start of the round from the A site. This one will help if the attacking team keep on holding the angle underneath the tunnel around B site. So for this one, you want to come onto this platform. Obviously you have to be careful in this area if they do push quickly, and then you're going to be throwing it to land around this area, so we want to be aiming to the top here, bounce off the wall onto the box here. So you want to be landing it anywhere on this box, so if you can be a bit more aggressive and get into this area and just throw it onto this box, that's fine too. And for this one, just get a gun. Attackers playing in this position is pretty common to watch for anyone coming out of the tunnel or coming underneath the tunnel, and then as you activate these, anyone playing in any of these positions, or even on top of this box, will get damaged, forcing them to move out of this position, allowing your team to push out from these two lanes. Next, we're going to be looking at attacking the A site with these nanoswarms. So for the first spot, we're going to be placing it in this corner here. And just so you can see, if you just pop through this wall, you can see you get to this corner right here. So for this one, we're going to be helping our teammate push up the midsection of the map whilst we're pushing through A. So if you place a nanoswarm in this corner, just in the top here, we'll place a couple. Activate these. It'll force anyone on this box in this corner to move out of this position. So if you can time activating this nanoswarm as your teammates push around this corner, if anyone is playing tight here, they'll obviously be forced out of here, and as they move, you should be able to take them out as you come around this corner. The next couple of spots are useful for clearing out people anchoring inside of the A site. So for the first one, we're going to be placing it right in the corner here. And this one will make anyone who's playing on top of this box, close to this corner, move out from this position if they're trying to hold a tight angle here or trying to hold an angle onto anyone coming up onto this platform here. And it will even hit people on these lower layers too, just not on the floor. And for the next spot, you're going to be clearing anyone out who's playing behind this server rack. You want to be landing it as close to here as possible, and then it will activate and damage anyone who's playing tight to this. And if you hold the angle from up there, you should be able to see them as they come out. You can obviously from here throw it behind, and then they'll be damaging them for a much larger area and they'll have to come out further, but they might shoot it as it lands. So you'd have to activate it very quickly if you were planning on doing it like this. The next couple of spots we're looking at are going to be in the tunnel area of the map. So for this first one, we're going to be placing some to stop people coming underneath the tunnel. So as a defender, you're going to be placing it about here, about a third of the way up this section of the ramp. We'll place a couple. And this one works pretty well if you say get your alarm bot down, and as the attackers come in, that activates as they come through, and then you can activate this, and then they can't get through any of this area without getting damaged and having double damage from the alarm bot. Just so you can see exactly where you can place it. For the second spot around the tunnel area of the map, we're going to be stopping attackers coming up the tunnel into the kitchen area. For this one, after the round starts, come to the edge of the doorway, aim about 2/3 down this little metal rivet thing, then right click throw and it will land on top like this. This is another spot that benefits from having an alarm bot to tell you when the attackers are pushing this way, and then as they activate that alarm bot, you may want to place it slightly more so it hits them whilst they're coming up the tunnel. And then as you can see, you pretty much have to run through the whole of the nanoswarm if you want to get into the kitchen, and that'll do tons of damage, especially if you're double damaging with the alarm bot. If you're playing quite passively towards the B site and not pushing this area at the start of the round, it's not uncommon for defenders to push up into this little cubby area, especially say on a save round if they want a shorty. You can play around this corner, and to get into the B site through this lane, you would have to push past this person. So if you think that might have happened, you can use a nanoswarm against this wall. You want to put it just to the right of this line. And this will clear anyone out in pretty much the whole of this little cubby. You can just about to get this corner. But say if you had a shotgun, your damage will be considerably less even from someone coming out of this door. So if you force someone out of this area, if you have someone playing slightly further back at the back of the corridor, this will force them out into the area where they can shoot them quite easily. And the final two spots for the B site are actually for defending spike plants, and these are just placing on either side of these boxes. So for the first one, place it right in the corner here, and a common plant spot is just against this box, especially if they can't really gain proper control of the site. And this one obviously will just stop anyone trying to plant in this position. And for the second spot, there's a couple of placements. So the first one, you can just place it behind this box. Still covers the plant spot and the whole of this area of the container. Although the one problem with this one is if the attackers do come from mid instead, you can quite easily see this grenade and shoot it before you activate it. So instead of using the Nanoswarm in this area, what we're going to do is just pop it behind this crate. So you can still hear it in this position, but it's just a hell of a lot harder to shoot, and you won't be able to see it even if you check both sides of the box. And for this one, still damages anyone in any of these positions, just a lot harder to shoot. I did test out putting it on top, just to see if you can hurt someone who's trying to plant up here, but sadly it doesn't come up all the way here to damage anyone here. This spot does still damage anyone trying to plant in this position, but you can see it quite easily on top of the box. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!